What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Nex here from Game of Theories. Please, if you haven't watched Season 7 Episode 3 yet, then careful for spoilers beyond this point. In today's video, I want to talk about the bomb that was just dropped by Melisandre about how Varys is going to die at some point in Westeros.
I will return, dear Spider. One last time.
My lady.
I have to die in this strange country. Just like you.
How is it going to happen? Why is it going to happen? If we look deep enough, I'm almost certain that we've already been given the details as to why, and maybe even the foreshadowing as to the how. In the books, Varys is involved in a huge plotline that does not feature in the TV show, so for the sake of this theory, I'll only use his backstory from the books as context. The story behind Lord Varys' rise to the Small Council is extraordinary to say the least. Born across the narrow sea in the free city of Lys, he endured what I can only describe as a cruel childhood. Memories that still haunt the man to this day.
He gave me a potion that made me powerless to move or speak, yet did nothing to dull my senses. With a hooked blade, he sliced me, root and stem, chanting all the while. He burned my parts in a brazier. The flames turned blue, and I heard a voice answer his call.
However, despite all that, he went on to create a spy network with help from his colleague Illyrio Mopatis, and together they grew extremely rich by selling the secrets of the wealthy and powerful. Eventually, he became so infamous that word of his talents reached the ears of Aerys II Targaryen, who, in his growing paranoia of his son Rhaegar, brought Varys onto the Small Council as spymaster in King's Landing. After the Mad King was killed during Robert's rebellion, Varys was pardoned and allowed to remain on the Small Council to continue serving as the Master of Whispers. It was only after Tyrion murdered his father Tywin that he was forced to flee the capital and place himself in Daenerys Targaryen's service. When Varys finally arrived in Meereen, it was during Dany's absence, and then before she returns to the city, he leaves on a mission to recruit allies in Westeros for her. Oddly enough, we don't actually see them exchange a single word until Season 7, Episode 2.
Who hired the assassins? Who sent word to Essos to murder Daenerys Targaryen?
Grace, I did what had to be done.
To keep yourself alive.
Lord Varys has proven himself a loyal servant.
Proven himself loyal, quite the opposite. If he dislikes one monarch, he conspires to crown the next one. What kind of a servant is that?
The kind the realm needs. Incompetence should not be rewarded with blind loyalty. As long as I have my eyes, I'll use them.
My initial interpretation of this confrontation was that it's another sign of Daenerys slowly becoming the Mad Queen, but then I started to agree with the reasoning behind Dany's interrogation. He did try to have her killed, and it was only really in his final moments of his speech that he clinched a solid defense of his actions. Or did he? His loyalties don't lie with any king or queen, but with the people. This isn't the first time that he is given this reasoning for his actions, and the more I hear it, the more I'm starting to question it. The first time he tries to pass off that he serves the realm is when he goes to visit Ned Stark in the Black Cells.
Not today, my lord.
Tell me something, Varys. Who do you truly serve?
The realm, my lord. Someone must.
Then he proclaims that his actions were for the good of the realm again whilst talking to Peter Baelish in the throne room.
You didn't bring her any enjoyment. And she didn't bring me any enjoyment. She was a bad investment on my part.
Luckily, I have a friend who wants to try something new. And he was so grateful to me for providing this fresh experience. I did what I did for the good of the realm. The realm.
For me, his true colours were finally revealed when Prince Oberyn was trying to figure out what it is that Varys is interested in, and he leaves by glancing over at the Iron Throne.
You did like boys before. Really? Girls, huh? I hope you won't be offended when I say I never would have guessed.
Not at all. But I was never interested in girls either.
What then?
Nothing.
Everybody is interested in something.
Not me. When I see what desire does to people, what it's done to this country, I am very glad to have no part in it. Besides, the absence of desire leaves one free to pursue other things.
Such as?
So, what are Lord Varys' intentions? Is he genuinely there to serve the realm? To ensure the people have peace? Or, just like his counterpart Peter Baelish, is he truly scheming to one day try and sit on the Iron Throne? Let's go back to what Melisandre said. I have to die in this strange country just like you. If he is such a servant of the realm, then what could he possibly do that would warrant his death? Well, he's already received that death threat from Daenerys.
And I swear this, if you ever betray me, I'll burn you alive.
I would expect nothing less from the Mother of Dragons.
A threat that at this point I genuinely believe will be carried out to the letter. That Varys is and will betray Daenerys and that she will burn him alive. Let's look at all the evidence that points towards him being guilty. Back in season 1, we see him sneaking in the secret passageways under King's Landing with his colleague Ilio Mopatis.
The wolf and the lion will bid each other's throats. We will be at war soon, my friend.
What good is war now? We're not ready. If one hand can die, why not a second?
This hand is not the other.
We need time. Khal Drogo will not make his move until his son is born. You know what these savages are.
Delay, you say. Move fast, I reply. This is no longer a game for two players. It never was.
So not only did he carry out Robert's orders to assassinate Daenerys, but he was conspiring with Illyrio about when the Dothraki would be able to attack the capital. We know that in his scene with Oberyn, that when he's asked about what it is he's interested in, his response was simply to look at the throne suggestively. There is one particular truth that Dany speaks in her accusations against Varys.
You favored my brother. All your spies. Your little birds. Did they tell you Viserys was cruel, stupid and weak?
That completely contradicts everything that Varys is trying to say he stands for. Viserys would have been an awful king, yet he and Illyrio were backing him, keeping him safe, using him. And then we need to talk about the fact that there are so many signs of someone informing on Daenerys. How is it that Euron knew the exact time to attack the Greyjoys when they were sailing their fleet over to Dorne in the night? And was it a pure stroke of luck that Ilaria and Tyene were on the same ship as Theon and Yara? Let's talk about the attack on Casterly Rock.
A difficult situation. They know we're coming.
How? How did they know they were coming? Seeing them coming is one thing, but taking the time to empty all the larders in anticipation of the attack, the precision of Euron arriving in such a timely fashion to wipe out their ships, did someone inform on them? When Melisandre tells them to summon Jon Snow, they didn't have the faintest idea about Jon Snow being king in the north.
Prophecies are dangerous things. I believe you have a role to play. As does another. The king in the north, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow? Ned Stark's bastard.
You're telling me that Hot Pie now runs a better spy network than Varys?
I thought you'd be heading for Winterfell.
Why would I go there? The Boltons have it.
No, the Boltons are dead.
What?
Jon Snow came down from Castle Black with a Wilding army and won the Battle of the Bastards. He's king of the north now.
I thought knowledge was Varys' trade.
How did you know I was coming?
Knowledge is my trade, my lady. Did you bring the dagger with you by any chance? My little birds are everywhere. Even in the north, they whisper to me the strangest stories.
And of course, you have this little Easter egg from Tyrion being a good judge of character.
I can't speak to prophecies or visions in the flames, but I like Jon Snow and I trusted him. And I am an excellent judge of character.
Stevie Wonder can see that Jon Snow is a good man, but how ironic would it be if Tyrion has completely misjudged Varys? However, on top of everything listed above, there is still one scene that I just can't let go. One scene that I keep going back to that for me seals the deal. If he truly believed that Daenerys was the best hope for Westeros, then why wasn't he going to leave with Tyrion regardless of him killing Tywin? He was going to stay and serve under Tommen until he was forced to get on that boat. My verdict is that he is going to be found out as the one informing on Dany, that he will be guilty of betraying Daenerys, and that she will keep true to her word and burn him alive. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the video and whether you think Varys will end up betraying Daenerys. If not, how do you think he will be killed? And do you think someone is informing on Dany's plans? I'll be back with another video tonight, so until then, 7 blessings to you all, and I'll see you guys later.